Hey everybody, my name's Nick Jackson. Welcome to Berlin. This is Virtual Berlin Tours, and it's time that together we explored this amazing city. If you're looking for all of Berlin's highlights, sights and stories, then Essential Berlin is the tour for you. Get a real understanding of Berlin's biography, how it grew from Slavic village to the town that took on the world, and the role it plays today here at the Parliament building for the future of Berlin, Germany, Europe and the 21st century world. That's the official residence of Angela Merkel. Just to the right of that, behind those trees, is where the Russians crossed the river as they assaulted the Reichstag in the Battle of Berlin in 1945. It took them 3 days to get from over there to where I am now. To the right would have been the great domed hall of the people that the Nazis had planned, but as you can see, never built. In fact, if we just swing round over here, in the distance you can see the famous TV tower built by East Germany. The domed hall would have been as high as halfway up that red and white spike. And just in front of where the Berlin Wall used to be is the famous Reichstag, again leading a united, democratic Berlin and Germany. A hugely symbolic building, the Parliament building of today's German government. On the Berlin Icons Tour, we explore the very core of Berlin, getting an idea about why it was the capital of the 20th century and its legacy of the leading role that it plays today. We're in the park just outside the Brandenburg Gate, but what you want to do is check this out. There it is, the Soviet T-34. The best pound-for-pound tank ever made. The Floyd Mayweather of armoured vehicles here at the Soviet Memorial. Now, often when people come to Berlin, they associate it with the Berlin Wall, and you can see it behind me. This is the Berlin Wall Memorial, the official one. It's nearly 1.5 kilometres of Berlin Wall and story. So if you're interested in the Cold War and what happened in Berlin after World War II, and you've got questions about the Berlin Wall, where did it come from, who built it, why was it built, how did it work, how did people escape over it, how many people were successful, what about those that weren't, how did the wall come down, creating the 21st century in 1989, 1990, and how does Berlin deal, East Berlin and West Berlin today, with the legacy of this history? If they're your questions, then the Berlin Wall Tour is for you. These metal posts, that is where the Berlin Wall used to be. On the other side of that, the pavement, the road, the houses, that's free West Berlin. This, though, is the line of the famous Tunnel 57. Tunnel 57 was the most successful of all of the dozens of tunnels under the Berlin Wall. But though it was very successful, it ended in tragedy, this escape. So, what was the story with Tunnel 57? Here in the quiet and forgotten courtyards of what is now a very lively and bustling area of cafes and restaurants in Berlin, we explore the Bahnquarter and we think about centuries of Jewish life in Berlin, the story of the brilliant contribution and sometimes tragic contribution they made to the city's history, and we look at the markers and memorials that commemorate that. We also think about now the new Jewish community returning from all over the world as the new Berlin turns itself round, leaving its past behind and moving forward. So there is the top of the synagogue that we've already visited. And down here on the corner of the road, last house on the left there, that's where Regina Jonas used to live. She was the world's first female rabbi. We'll think about her story in just a few minutes. The street's still got the old East Berlin streetlights, look, now derelict. But down here, not far away, we can think about the story of Otto Veit, sort of Berlin's version of the Schindler story. But in the 17th century, it was down there by the trees at the first Jewish cemetery. A plot was given by the city. The old people's home used to stand there. Let's go down there and think about those stories.